Channel German Product video training series. What we're going to talk about today is calibration. Calibration of the sensors, or the temperature portion of that sensor, does seem to prevent a little bit of problems. A lot of people have trouble with it, or they're having it maybe wired properly. Want to make sure firstly and soundly it is wired properly. Go by your label that we have in there, see the wiring portion of our video training to make sure we have that. And then if it's reading properly, you'll see right now it's out of water, so it's going to drop to 1. It's in liquid, it's going to come back up. Okay, so in the case of connectivity, a lot of in the fields will just leave it in here. I don't really want you to leave it in here, and the reason being is that if we don't at least remove this and inspect it, there could be something going on there. Pieces could be stuck in there, paper could be going across the face of it. You could be getting a false reading. So please isolate it, remove it, and put it into here. You can have electrical noise, you can have all kinds of different things. This isolates it just to the controller, just to the system. Even if you don't have a calibration solution, just take some system solution. It's fine. Just take some water that you have there and use your handheld to verify the amount, or verify your connectivity level. It's all going to work out fine for you, okay, with typical cooling towers. So let's do a 1-point calibration. As we were doing it, if it was left in there, we would call that a 1-point process. So we're going to go to Inputs, Connectivity, and now we get the crosshairs. We get the calibration button. So we're going to pick calibration, and you can see this 1-point process, which is basically the process water that we have here. A 1-point buffer, if we had buffer solution. A 2 and an open air calibration. Open air calibration should be 0 or 1. It should be almost nothing. And we can see that it was working there. We're going to go 1-point process. Right now, it thinks it's 532. Okay, so this value here is what it thinks that it is. We can make this say whatever we want. We're going to go over 500. We're going to say 500. We're going to hit thing. Auto cal is going to correct. It's going to come back successful. Okay, so right now you'll see it drop to 500. Thinks it's 500. We told it it's 500. It's 500. The problem that most kids say is out of range and stuff like that they'll see. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come in and the raw value, and that's typically what happens when they get it's out of range. The raw value is what it is. It's what the sensor believes the solution to be. The factory puts in a calibration factor of 1.5 times of whatever the raw value is. So if you see out of range, you're trying to go past 1.5 times what it thinks the raw value is. So if it's that, sensor's going bad, sensor needs to be replaced. Okay, if not, and you can see you can on occasion, okay, so move it up, get it close, and then all of a sudden it goes out of range. Okay, and that's because right now if we took this 429 times it by 1.5, we would see that we could only calibrate it to so far, and if it's out of range, it's out of range. If you want to just get by until tomorrow, go as far as it will go at 1.5 times, calibrate it to there, go get it in one on order, which we always have in stock, and we'll send you one off and you can come out and redo that again. The raw value is the key to that. The calibration gains 106, really not much off. Offset 0, calibration connectivity, and the universal is for the sensor board. But that's basically connectivities. I don't really need to do a 2-point on connectivity, especially on a cooling tower. You're going to keep doing that. The only other thing you want to maintain and you want to do is when you replace a sensor, you want to clear the calibration history. If I go here, I go maintenance. There's one in here, reset calibration values. You do want to reset the calibration values when you replace a sensor. It gets rid of all the old habits. Okay, very good. Home, back and we're done.